Good afternoon, Dr. Sadangi. Please unmute. Please unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
Okay. Now, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are very much audible.
Okay.
So, I think there are how many? There are seven participants present today. Anyway, doesn't matter. We are keeping the recording, and we'll put it there in YouTube and in Regional Center's website, so that the learners can watch the video at a later date. So you can take over, Dr. Sarangi. Please take over the session and give your presentation.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Tripathi. Good afternoon to all participants, my dear teachers. Today, we shall discuss on management of leisure time. As you know, work and leisure are intimately related to each other because education not only ensures good physical being or good social being, it must ensure good psychological being. Why I am giving stress on psychological being, you must be knowing it very well that too much emphasis on academic activities can make a student frustrated. Sometimes it creates stress and strain on their part, and depression, anxiety, fear, all those negative emotions take place with them. That's why free time or leisure time are very much necessary on the part of students. Again, I am reiterating that leisure time, if not managed properly by the teachers, then it may make a child dull or make a child antisocial. Two things I have told, that is, if leisure time, again I am reiterating, if leisure time is not managed properly or utilized properly, then child can be either dull or devil or antisocial. Because a proverb is there, idle mind is devil's workshop. If leisure time is spent idle, then it will create devil. That's why be careful. We must be careful to utilize or manage leisure time on the part of the students properly. And that can be managed. Leisure time of the students can be managed either through physical activities or mental activities, or we may say productive activities or active leisure time activities. Active leisure time activities demands active leisure time activities requires both physical and mental energy on the part of the students. It can be of low impact activities like yoga or morning walk, as you know, low impact activities, or it can be high impact activities like uh, soccer match or volleyball, playing of volleyball, where physical energy is required as well as high level of physical energy is required. That is why it is called high impact active leisure time activity. Then leisure time activity can be passive leisure time activities. Passive leisure time activities, that is watching TV, watching old movies, then uh, social media, using social media like Facebook, Twitter, all those things, video games. Uh, we spend, children nowadays spend their leisure time using mobile or video games, play video games or use social media like Twitter, Instagram. Nowadays, you must be observing. But these leisure time activities are called passive leisure time activities. Again, leisure time activities can be classified as productive leisure time activities and non-productive leisure time activities. Productive leisure time activities like gardening, cooking, then photography, then we can say drawing, painting, music, dancing, all those activities, we may say recreational activities, painting, sewing, knitting, all those activities can come under that is productive leisure time activities, which are also very much essential on the part of the students and which must be planned properly to utilize or to manage leisure time activities on the part of the teacher for the benefit of the students. And unproductive, that which I have already discussed with you, going to a film hall, watch movies, watch television, all those things, unproductive leisure time activities, as you know. But we must stress on organizing productive leisure time activities in our school. Teacher must emphasize how to conduct, how to manage, how to organize productive leisure time activities to ensure psychological well-being on the part of students. The leisure time activities can be group activities. Also, it can be individual activities, cultural activities, recreational activities, sports activities are some of the activities which we can organize for benefit of the students and for proper utilization of free time which is available for the students in our school. Free time. Whenever we talk on free time, mostly morning, evening, or before school time, or after school time. Also, during school time, there must be some periods in timetable for organizing recreational activities, for organizing different leisure time activities on the part of the students. Even during academic uh, activities, we can allot some periods, either weekly or monthly, or allocate time, reasonable time for conduct of, for organization of leisure time activities for the students. You must be heard about silent period in the school, in timetable. That period must be, in some schools, that periods are there, silent periods. No academic activities in that period. And specific rooms are available for students to make drawing, painting, musical instruments are available. All those things are available, and they are given freedom. They are given, students are given freedom, utmost freedom in that period to sit in that room and do uh, some activities according to their interest. Some may draw pictures, some may write, you see, write a poem. Some can write a short story. Some can, you see, do some poultry work. Some can do knitting, embroidery work, or knitting work. All those, all those activities they do freely according to their interest. Silent period. And it also helps in that, in silent period is required for development of a divergent thinking, development of creativity on the part of the students. But I have, as I have already told you, time, there must be reasonable time allocated for organization of uh, recreational activities by the teachers for the benefit of the students, so that we can ensure psychological well-being on the part of the students. There can be a good psychological being in the future. If leisure time is not managed properly or utilized, not utilized properly, then student, as I have already told, can be dull or devil, notorious person. They can be notorious person. They can do all sorts of nuisance, hooligans during free time. If that time is not properly uh, organized with some productive leisure time activities or active leisure time activities. That's why it is very important to organize leisure time activities on the part of the teacher for the benefit of the students in the school. Then how to, the question arises, how to manage, how to organize leisure time activities, how to plan, how to execute, how to implement. That is very important. First, before going to organize or manage leisure time activities, importance should be given uh, for the selection of leisure time activities. What activities should be performed or should be organized by the teacher or should be performed by the students, uh, we have to first give trace. That's why, remember, selection of leisure time activities depends upon age of the students, age level, according to their physical energy, according to their mental energy, which they can utilize. Whether dance should be organized, painting should be organized, whether volleyball sports should be organized, or cultural programs should be organized, competition like debate should be organized, painting competition should be organized, or a drawing competition should be organized. All selection of all those activities depend upon the age of the students, which are suitable, the activities which are suitable to the students at a particular grade or at a particular age. And selection of activities also depends upon the infrastructural facilities available in the school. Whether if you organize football match or soccer match, then there must be field, soccer field available in the school. Volleyball field must be available in the school. Infrastructural facilities before going to planning for organizing different leisure time activities, infrastructural facilities should be taken into account. Then instruments available or not to organize those leisure time activities. Which instruments are available? Which instruments are not available? Are instruments available to organize these specific leisure time activities in the school for the students? Infrastructural availability of infrastructural facilities for a selection of different types of leisure time activities. Then trained persons or personnel to guide, to train students, whether available or not. Trained personnel, availability of trained personnel. Sometimes trained personnel can be from the staff. Staff can help students for the organization of those activities if they are trained on that particular activities. Sometimes community members, if available, we can organize those activities so that they can guide students, they can train students, they can help you to organize those activities. Alumnus, if they are trained and if they can be contacted to help you, then you can organize those activities. Sometimes parents can act as resource personnel or trained personnel to help you to organize those activities. That's why first, before going to organize, you have to look into all those things. Besides that, students' interest should be taken into account. What is the interest of the students? Are they interested for dance? Are they interested for music, what type of interest that maximum students possess. They are into account before going to think or select different activities, leisure time activities to be organized by the school for the benefit of the students. These are some of the most important criteria which must be taken into account for selecting leisure time activities to be organized for the benefit of the students in the school. Then that's why we have to, before going to select, we have to respect the interest of the students. Then uh, take the help of resource persons available, take the help of infrastructural facilities available, and time available to organize uh, those activities, leisure time activities. Then, then we have to appreciate those activities of the students. Not only appreciate, but also encourage students to participate or do those activities, leisure time activities. Adequate communication with students before going to organize those activities needs to be made. Communication, discussion, thorough discussion with the students. And sometimes you can form interest clubs for smooth conduct of leisure time activities. Interest clubs like music club, literary club, dance club, then social service club, different types of clubs according to the interest of the dramatic club. And nowadays we can have technology or robotic club, environmental protection club, according to the interest of the students. You can form club, different clubs in your school for successful, for organizing leisure time activities with success. And remember, as I have already discussed with you, for organization and execution of leisure time activities, again, you must ensure desirable behavior on the part of the students. Two things should be given more importance while organizing leisure time activities. First one is we have to create positive school environment. Positive school environment should be created and should be ensured before going to organize those activities. And positive behavior must be ensured by you while conducting leisure time activities. Positive behavior must be ensured. And negative behavior like aggression, anger, anxiety, loneliness, dullness on the part of the students during free time or leisure time should be taken into account. Otherwise, otherwise, we cannot ensure balanced personality. Balanced personality. What is balanced personality? A balanced personality, why I am talking of a balanced personality, there must be integration of work and leisure, proper integration of work and leisure to make a life balanced. All the time we go on working 24 hours. We give trace on, if we give trace on work, the end product will be what? Frustration, stress, strain. That's why work is necessary, but at the same time, leisure is also necessary on the part of everybody, not only on the part of students, but also on the part of everybody. Leisure is necessary because nowadays we focus as a teacher, as a parent, we are very much over ambitious about the academic performance of the students. The resultant effect of this is maladjustment on the part of the students. In psychology, we have read that frustration leads to aggression. High ambitious parents is one of the reasons for maladjustment of the students. Day and night, if we stress on academic activities on the part of students, the result is frustrating. Result is maladjustment on the part of the student. Definitely. Always work, no leisure, no recreation, no enjoyment. After all, what is the ultimate goal of life? What is the ultimate value of life? Ultimate value of life. The ultimate value of life is happiness. Yes, wealth is necessary, health is necessary, but these are instrumental values. Health, wealth, victory, these are instrumental values. But ultimate value is happiness and pleasure. That's why recreational facilities must be organized smoothly to ensure happiness and pleasure on the part of the students. Pleasure, happiness. That is the ultimate aim of education. Securing gold medal, first class first, great, A plus grade, it's necessary, but not sufficient condition to ensure happiness and pleasure. That's why leisure, the only principle around which leisure time activities must be organized by a teacher in the school is pleasant and happiness, around which leisure time activities should be organized. Pleasure, it must produce pleasure on the part of the students at last. Not pain, not pain. Pain should be avoided. Pleasure should be given focus. Pleasure, you see, pleasure, sometimes we derive pleasure out of on doing passive or unproductive leisure time activities. What we must take care of. Passive leisure time activities or unproductive leisure time activities should be avoided on the part of the students. We have to avoid. We should not organize. We should take care of not organizing unproductive leisure time activities. Unproductive leisure time activities may promote pleasure, happiness, but it must be taken care of for not organizing those activities. Only active pleasure time activities or productive leisure time activities need to be organized for the psychological well-being of the students. As I have already discussed, hobbies, interest, recreational activities, cultural activities, sports activities, these three types of activities should be given more importance. Recreational activities, cultural activities, sports activities should be given importance to manage leisure time of the students in the school. May it be in the hostel, may it be in the school, may it be before school hour starts or after school hour starts. Even yoga, you see, even yoga, simple, you see, leisure time activities we can organize in the hostel for proper utilization of leisure time. Writing poem. If student is interested to write poem, let him or her to write poem independently. May not be in a group. This may not be called group leisure time activity. That may not be may not come under group leadership, group leisure time activities. That comes under individual leisure time activities. And also writing a poem comes under productive leisure time activity. Yes, let me write a poem. Someone wants to sing a song, instrument must be available in the hostel or in the school, so that harmonium must be available. On his own, he can sing, or under the direction of a music teacher, he can sing. But it is, you see, music teacher is required to organize music competitions or dance competitions, dance, singing, dancing, all those things. A music teacher is required. Physical instructor is required for organization of sports activities, leisure time activities. See, trained personnel is required. And very important thing is we must encourage students to participate in organization of leisure time activities and participate actively in leisure time activities, both organization of leisure time activities as well as participation of leisure time activities. Some are not interested to participate in leisure time activities. Some are interested to organize leisure time activities. Let them organize leisure time activities. Then only it will help students to develop a leadership quality. leadership quality can be developed. And those who participate in future, they can be a very good singer or dancer or those or a writer or a you see a poet. He or she can be a poet. Those who are interested for writing poem, short story, they can be a very good novelist in the future. That is why the importance of uh, systematic management and organization of those activities. And it is must. You have to see at which time, which activities should be conducted. In the hostel, because Jawaharlal Nehru Navodaya Vidyalaya is a residential school, all students stay in the hostel. And you have to see what is the free time for the students in the hostel. During the holidays, the free time for the students. There must be study hours in the hostels for all students. But what is the free time for the students? You have to notice it. Then observe how students are spending their free time in the hostel. Suppose you have not, if you do not organize those activities, leisure time activities for the students during free time, now you can observe there must be involved in some are involved in some leisure time activities, productive leisure time activities. Some are involved with uh, unproductive leisure time activities. Maximum use of playing games, video games, chatting, then observing old films in the mobile must be observed. For that, to avoid those things on the part of the students, as a teacher, as a as a housemaster or house mistress, we should think it carefully how to organize, what type of activities should be organized so that leisure time on the part of the students can best be utilized for their benefits. Then only we can ensure balanced personalities. Then only we can ensure psychological well-being, social well-being on the part of the students. Otherwise, leisure time, as I have already discussed with you, if not properly utilized, makes a child either devil or doll. Be careful. Be careful about the leisure time available for the students, and accordingly, according to their interest, think how to organize different activities so that leisure time can be spent meaningfully by the students. Otherwise, leisure time, if not properly utilized, can make a child notorious, dangerous. He can be a dangerous person, antisocial person, wicked person, maladjusted person. Remember, unsocial person. in future. That is why leisure time must be managed properly and effectively. And for management of leisure time, I have already discussed many things. You should take care of it. This is all about my deliberation on utilization of or management of leisure time activities by the teacher in the school for benefit of the students to ensure psychological well-being on the part of the students. If any doubt, the topic is now for discussion. If you have any doubt, you can raise questions, and then only we can discuss. Try to interact. Interaction is very essential for this type of deliberation or for this type of orientation program. Interaction is very important. Discussion is very important because teaching learning process is not one-way traffic. Teaching learning is a two-way traffic. Active participation in academic activities is very essential. You can raise questions, you can put forth your doubts, then I will try my level best to clarify your doubt. Any question? Is there any question? Is there any doubt? Ask question. No doubt. Hello. There is no
Sir,
doubt.
no doubt, sir. No doubt, sir.
Yes, yes. Hello. Good question. Raise, raise question. Raise your doubt. We shall discuss. Hello.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Before going to ask question, first unmute, then ask question. Anil, uh, are you going to ask question? Anil,
Yes, sir.
hello, Mr.
No, sir.
Singh.
No, sir. No doubt, sir.
Yes, ask question, Mr. Singh. First unmute,
No,
unmute.
sir, clear, sir. No doubt, sir.
Yes. Any doubt? No, no doubt.
No, sir, clear. I have
For
studied.
organization, yes. Yes, sir. For organization of leisure time activities, uh, which type of activities for organization of which type of activities in your school, infrastructural facilities, instrumental facilities, instruments are available, so that you can organize those activities properly. Tell me. You are working in your school, which instruments are available for organization of leisure time activities?
A smart class available, computer lab available, and sound system available.
Now, sound
All
system, you see,
music
for leisure time
are available
activities,
and music. Yes.
music instruments are available. Music
Yes, sir.
instruments.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Music teacher is available.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Do you organize? Do you have a music club,
Yes,
dance
sir.
club, music
We in
club?
our school regular cultural programs and music classes are organized.
And you see, regular events, different events are organized in the year. But in the hostel, leisure time during every day, students get free time. Every day, students get free time during evening. Do you
Yes, sir.
how do you utilize those that free time for the students?
Or
You see, cultural program, every year cultural function is organized. But specifically tell me, every day during evening time in the hostel, students get free time. In the morning, students get free time, 1 hour or half an hour or 1 hour, every free time before going to school. How do you utilize those period, those time in the hostel before for the students before going to class?
sir,
Every
as
day, do
a
you?
HM, I organize not even no every day not possible, sir. But one or two
Oh,
wins in a week.
yes,
It is.
yeah, you are a headmaster. For your kind information, I am telling. Half an hour every day in the morning. If
Yes,
you
sir.
find leisure time on the part of the students before going to school, yoga, simple yoga, physical exercise, simple yoga you can do for the students. Organize every student. I will do yoga.
Yes, sir.
Half an
Though
hour is
the
half an
morning.
hour is
Okay, sir. Each
morning
student
time.
had to participate in morning PT and along with yoga. So this is regular activity. Every day it is done.
Morning. I mean, this is school activities, regular school activities,
Yes, sir.
school time activities. You see, school time activities is something different from leisure time activities.
This.
Leisure, I am giving place on a leisure. Morning time activities, morning prayer, morning PT, that is organized in school hours. But what about leisure? Leisure time
During
activities. Yes, Anil, speak.
leisure
Anil.
time
Sir,
activity is generally done in my school in evening or before night attendance. Just about 8 to between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yes,
When
yes, yes.
H
You
or
have every,
HM
every,
present.
my submission is every day in the hostel, students are getting either 1 hour or half an hour leisure time or free time. By that, in this time, they do not study. They do not read any books or prepare notes. But they are engaged with some unnecessary activities. Unnecessary activities.
Or during
See,
this time in the evening
totally,
from
yes,
8
sometimes, yes, sometimes they may discuss. If they discuss
yes, sir.
something academic, it is good. If they do not discuss on academics, they do discuss
Yes, sir. It is
on
clear that if
serious
they
activity.
are left, they are not engaged in any activity, they may do some mischief, some unusual
Yes,
activity. But
unusual activity,
regularly,
mischievous activities.
I see as a HM and my HM also sometimes regularly I or my HM provide them some types of activity. For example, a storytelling, short games, or paintings.
Yeah, even gardening. You
They
see,
are
even gardening,
they are
gardening,
not
gardening.
left for such unusual activity. So, and
Yes, yes.
this
Correct.
month in the month of final exam, they feel do not leisure time. They all engage in a study. When I go to the house, some student ask, sir, in this chapter, sir, this is so. I help
Now,
them. There is no leisure time. They feel
again, you see, they study for day and night. Again, makes a child depressed. Depression will take place. Too much emphasis on study work makes a child even frustrated. They remain in stress and strain. So there must be some hours taken into account to give them freedom and so that they will avail free time. Anil, yes, Anil, you can ask.
Namaste,
Sorry.
Guruji.
Yes.
Namaste. Yeah. Recently, I've started a different initiation. This is like soon after our dinner, I ask every day one student to come forward and tell a story. They are taking their turn, and then they are in the beginning they were very unwilling to. They were very reluctant to come forward and tell the story. So I took the initiative. I told the story both in English and in Hindi also. Then later on, I invited them to let go of the fear, and then I asked them even to uh, tell the story even in Hindi. First in Hindi, second round in English, maybe next month. So every day they are eagerly waiting for that session. Soon
Yes,
after
very
that,
enjoying.
dinner.
It is very interesting. It is very interesting, is not it? Very interesting. They must be enjoying it.
Yes, sir. And
Students must be
sometimes
enjoying.
once or twice in a week,
Yes, yes.
some
They
singing,
must.
singing also. Somebody, one who is interested in singing, somebody, one who is interested in dancing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sometimes, not regularly.
Not regularly, maybe it is weekly or monthly. Sometimes we have to organize either every day or weekly or monthly or annual sports games activities are organized. But everyday yoga activities in the hostel we can do for the benefit of the students. Gardening,
Uh,
gardening
and
activities, planting trees in the hostel, different flower trees, watering to the plants in the hostel. That can be organized, watering to the plants in the hostel. Let them do gardening works also in the hostel in leisure time. They will enjoy it. Yes, on a lakhs.
sir, sometimes with the help of the parents, I'm conducting semester wise, like first term, second term, intra-house competitions, sir. Within the house itself, we have some competition like a drawing competition, handwriting competition, a painting competition, like that, so that they can utilize their energy, whatever they have, and the skills, their energy, whatever the energy they have, it is
You
properly
see, you see,
channelized.
one thing that comes under competition. Competition, whenever that we use the very term competition, then again it gives stress on the part of the students. Competition. The word competition gives stress and strain on the part of the students.
Within the
Relax.
house, sir. Within the house.
Leisure time activities should make a child relaxed,
Okay.
free from tension, relaxed. Dance. Then let them do dance, no competition. Let them sing song, no competition. This is the motto of utilizing leisure time activities. Leisure time
Got it, sir.
activities is for relaxation.
Yes,
Relaxation,
sir.
remember. Underline relaxation, no competition. If competition will be there, then it comes under
Stress.
co-scholastic activities, co-curricular activities, or co-scholastic activities. Competition. Very word competition, whenever used, then it comes under co-curricular activities. But leisure time activities, dance should be there, but no competition, but relaxation, enjoyment, pleasure, happiness. Did you find the difference
Yes,
between
sir. Yes, sir.
competition and organization of activities for competition and organization of activities for relaxation? We
Yes,
have
sir.
to
Yes, sir.
organize activities for relaxation. That is what the importance of organization of leisure time activities. Leisure time activities should be organized for relaxation, not for competition. Remember. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Am I clear?
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yes.
The difference between co-curricular activities. Dance can be organized, but not for sake of competition, but for
Thank you.
enjoyment, to get pleasure, to derive pleasure, to get relaxation. That is what is the motto of organizing leisure time activities. Leisure time activities is for relaxation of mind, for creating social well-being on the part of the students. Yes, another topic we shall discuss today, that is becoming effective housemaster or house mistress. What are the role of a housemaster? What should the duties, responsibilities of a house teacher, housemaster, or house mistress? We shall discuss. As you know, you all are working in a residential setup. You all are working with bright students, brilliant students, remember. First one is in residential setup, you are working, and you are working with bright students. Further, you are also brilliant teachers appointed by central government. All are brilliant teachers. Navodaya Vidyalaya, space setting school, where talented students are getting education under the guidance of talented teachers. All are talented teachers. Students are talented. But the problem is you are working in a residential setup. Why? Why it is a problem? Why it is a problem? Because students from different parts of the diverse culture are coming and taking admission and studying, remaining far away from their home, from their parents, from the members of their relatives. Far away, they remain far away. That's why there takes place maladjustment problems, adjustment problems on the part of the student. That's why it is a challenge on the part of a house master to deal with that adjustment problem on the part of the students coming from diverse culture of the society. Which is far away from their hostel, from their school. Their parents are far away from their school. That's why they face adjustment problem in the school. That's why your responsibilities as a house master or as house mistress is very important. Gradually that problem will be solved if you tackle that problem, and later on they will be adjusted person. They can adjust correctly with other students, and that residential setup takes time. That's why it is very important to, on the part of a house master or house mistress, to know about, to aware of their roles. Let me discuss about the role. What is the role of the house master and house mistress in Navodaya Vidyalaya? He plays the role, house master and house mistress plays the role of a guardian. Remember, as their parents are far away from school and hostel, house master or house mistress are the guardian of the students. As a guardian, you should play most important role, like fathers, like parents, like mothers. Safety, security, and comfort. How to ensure safety, how to ensure comfort and security on the part of the students is your lookout. This is the first lookout. Guardian provides safety, security, and comfort to their, or parents provide safety, security, and comfort to their children, so that like fathers, like parents, like mothers, you must provide safety, security, and comfort to each and every student of your house or staying in your house. That is very important. That's why house master or house mistress plays the important role as a guardian. Second important role is you must play the role as a caregiver, caring, care. Take care of the child during psychological and physical emergency. Child suffering from fever, immediately you should take him to the hospital, take the child to the hospital, or call doctor for treatment immediately. Physical emergency, psychological emergency. During psychological emergency or physical emergency, you should play a very important role as a caregiver. You should provide care whenever required to the child of your house. And you should play the role of a mentor. As I have already told, you are talented, you are experienced teacher, and you are in charge of house master or house mistress. You are very much experienced. And you know what are the difficulties, academic difficulties, what are the weaknesses of the students, what are the plus points and minus points of your students. Very much. You are very much aware of all those things of your students. And you can also guide your students for academic progress, to overcome difficulties. That's why you should play the role of a mentor. You know the interest of the students. According to their interest, you can guide students for their future, for their career development. You know their capacities, you know their capabilities, you know their strength, you know the students' weaknesses, and accordingly you should provide help, support for their career development, so that you act as house master or house mistress, act as a mentor. Then role of a house teacher is to act as a motivator. You have to motivate the students how to progress in academic activities, not to harass. Your role is to motivate, but not to harass students. Encourage students, praise students, not punish students. You should not scold students. Rather, you should praise students. You should not blame students. As I have yesterday, I was discussing about achievement motivation. A rickshaw puller's son, in that context, I had given one example that a rickshaw puller's son is becoming an IAS officer, a very good engineer, a very good doctor. Environment is not conducive. In rickshaw pullers, the area or in the environment or in the house where a rickshaw puller is staying, that environment is not conducive for study. Environment is not conducive for study. Hereditary factor, again, he is a rickshaw puller. His grandfather was a rickshaw puller. Likewise, hereditary, nobody was a doctor, nobody was a philosopher, nobody was an engineer, but a child is becoming an IAS officer or an engineer. Yesterday I was discussing that which factor is more important according to McClelland? That is achievement motivation. Neither heredity nor environment makes a child doctor or engineer. Rather, it is motivation, will to achieve, internal motivation, which can make a child doctor, engineer, an IAS officer, IPS officer. That is what McClelland speaks. That's why you should play the role, house master or house mistress should play the role of a motivator, provide motivation to the students to progress academically, scholastically, or non-scholastically, in academic activities and also in co-curricular activities. In every aspect, you must encourage students. Encourage students to participate in each and every activities with spirit, with motivation, encouragement, very important. Small praise is a very small reinforcement, but its result is fantastic. The result of praise, reinforcement, positive reinforcement, even smiling, smiling towards a child, towards a student is an asset for the academic progress of the students. And it plays very effective role, small smiling towards the child, very important, act as a motivational factor. So that you should play the role of a motivator. And house master and house mistress also plays the role of a negotiator. Negotiator between between students and administrators, between principals to solve some problems of your house. Negotiate between teachers, negotiate between students and parents. You act as a negotiator between parents and students, so that many problems can be solved by this role of a negotiator. And also, house master and house mistress play the role of a counselor and provide guidance to the students at the time of requirements, at the time of need. As you know, guidance can be educational guidance, vocational guidance, it can be personal guidance also. With regard to future education, you can provide guidance to your students living in your house, of which you are in charge. Regarding vocation, different vocations, according to their capacity, according to the capacity of the students, abilities of the students, as you are an experienced housemaster or house mistress, you can provide vocational guidance to choose different vocations in future. Somebody is very much interested in music, he can excel in music. Somebody is very much interested in cricket, he can excel in cricket. He can provide painting, dancing, he can interest according to their interest, according to their capacity. So that they can excel in that field in future. Remember, that is a housemaster or a house mistress play the role of a counselor or in providing guidance and counseling to the students. And you should act as a space setter. Act as a space setter. You should act as a model before the student. Model. It is said that teacher is a friend, philosopher, and guide. Teacher act as a value model, model of morality, space setter before the student. Students learn many things from their teachers, because a housemaster or house mistress is a qualified, talented teacher, experienced teacher. You know that behavior of the headmaster or the housemaster and house mistress have got positive impact on the behavior of the students. That's why you should act as a model before the students. If you are honest, students will be honest. If you are, you see, if you are punctual, students will be punctual. If you come to the class on time, the student will come to the class on time. If you are late, student will be late. You see, you act as a space setter. You should play the role of a space setter. If you are honest, student will be honest. That's why behavior of the teacher, behavior of the house master or house mistress has got positive impact on the behavior of the children. Most of the time, students of your house involved with you as a housemaster or a house mistress, because they think that you are their guardian. They become more free to interact with you. They express their views, their problems freely before housemaster and house mistress. That's why you should act like their parents to solve different issues, solve different problems and challenges. And you must be aware of different types of parental, as you should play the role of a parents, role of a guardian. You should know different types of parental style used by the parents or followed by the parents in the society. Different parental style. There are four types of parental style. One is permissive parental style. Another is neglectful parental style. Some parents are neglectful, neglect their students, unconcerned to their students, their children. That is called neglectful parental style. Another is authoritative parental style. Another is authoritarian parental style. Some parents are very strict to their children. Strict. Students, children afraid of to talk with their parents or father or mother because they are very strict. For a small thing, they become angry with their children. That style, parental style is called authoritarian style, you see. Another style, you should know about all those styles. That's why you should follow that style for the benefit of your students, because they respect you as their parents or as their guardians. That's why it is very essential to know different styles, our different parental styles, authoritarian style, autocratic, angry with a small thing with their children, then strict in discipline, rules and regulation, very strict, punish their children, authoritarian. That style of parental style is called authoritarian style, remember. Another is authoritative style. Authoritative style means they solve their children's problem smoothly. They discuss with their children about their activities, about their progress, discuss, then help students, help children. Those parents are called authoritative in nature, or they follow authoritative style, very cooperative, sets clear expectations. They are very much open to they discuss openly with their children. That is the best parental style. Remember, authoritative parental style is the best parental style, which must be followed by house teacher or house master or house mistress. Remember, authoritative parental style. Neglectful parental style, neglect their least concern, progress, achievement, their children's progress, their children's needs, requirements, their least concern, neglectful parental style. Permissive, allow freedom, do and undo whatever you want to do and undo. Maximum freedom, they provide. Permissive, I am going to bath, okay, go and bath. I am going to climb tree, okay, go and climb tree. I am not interested to study, I am going to play, okay. Permissive, permissive. That is not good also, that parental style. That's why, as you are playing the role of a guardian or role of a parent, you must know the authoritative style of parenting, so that you can demonstrate, you can execute that authoritative parental style, not authoritarian parental style. It is very important. Then responsibility. What are the responsibilities of a housemaster or a house mistress? What are the responsibilities? The responsibility, first responsibility is like the responsibilities or the responsibilities is similar to the responsibility of parents. It is similar to parents. First responsibilities. Then because you are local parents, then like parents, you should treat your students, cooperate with your student to solve problems, and you should play the role of parents who use authoritative parental style. You should follow the authoritative parental style to deal with students in your house. Then negotiator, as I have already discussed with you, you should negotiate. You should talk freely with the parents, discuss about the students' progress, students' strength, inform about the academic achievements, scholastic achievements. We should frequently talk with the parents. That is your responsibility. Periodic information, continuously you should provide about the strength and weaknesses of the students. That is your work and responsibilities. Also inform parents about safety and security of their children, because they should not be worried about. Most of the time, parents are very much worried about the safety and security of their children, because they are far away from home. They stay far away from home. That's why you should inform parents about the safety, security, and comfort of the students in the house. That's why they should not be worried about their children. That is your responsibility. Frequent. And at the time of health emergency, you should take care of students and treat students immediately who are suffering from fever or illness. That is your responsibility, like which is very much similar to the responsibilities of parents. Ensure safety and security of the students in your house. Second most important responsibility is responsible to deliver the best behavior and attitude, deliver best behavior and attitude to the students. Before that, just I was discussing about the role of space setter, ideal. You should be ideal. Best behavior you should provide. Love, affection you should provide. You should polite in your dealings with students in your house. Affectionate, affection, love, affectionate behavior. Your polite behavior will ensure positive behavior on the part of the students. That is why you should be very much polite. You should love to your students. Love to your students. Then only you can ensure respect from the students. Love. If you provide love, then you can ensure respect from the students towards you. That's why avoid punishment. Don't scold students. Scolding, avoid scolding and punishment to the students. Be, be impartial. Treat all equally. All are equal before you. As a good housemaster, you should be impartial. Don't show any favoritism to any student. Be impartial. Behave all equally. That is what is delivery of best behavior and attitude. Be courteous to the students. Ensure positive, as I was discussing yesterday, positive behavior on the part of the students. Positive behavior. Positive behavior. Yesterday I was discussing. You must ensure positive behavior on the part of the students. Third responsibility is administrative responsibilities. What is your administrative responsibilities as a good housemaster or a housemistress? Administrative responsibilities. Works under the guidance of principal, very important. According to the direction of the principal, rules and regulations formulated by the principal, you must work. That is your responsibility. Your responsibility is to follow the rules and regulations formulated by the principal. Work under the guidance of the principal. Very important responsibility. Secondly, you should follow the rules and regulations communicated from time to time by Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti, because your school is functioning under the guidance of that Samiti. And that Samiti from time to time formulate the rules and regulations for smooth functioning of hostels, schools, and accordingly you have to behave. Behave means accordingly you have to work. Accordingly you have to act. That is what your administrative responsibility is. Then administer rules and regulations. Administer rules and regulations for the smooth functioning of a house. Code of conduct you have to administer. Then supervise and monitor. Supervise and monitor. Then ensure all basic facilities available in your house. If not, get it done immediately after discussing with the principal. Basic facilities, whether available or not. You have to provide basic facilities to the inmates of your house, to the students of your house. You have to ensure. That is your administrative responsibilities. And immediately get it available. Those basic facilities must be made available to all students in the school by you after consulting with principal. Then ensure proper maintenance of every infrastructural facilities. Proper maintenance. Something is destroyed, something is not functioning, make it maintain immediately within no time. Maintenance. Very important. Then maintain records. students' personal files maintained properly, maintain different records related to admission records of the students, enrollment records of the students, then your that is cash book, maintain cash book properly, vouchers, purchase of different articles. That is what your activity as an administrator. You should play the role of an administrator. That is your administrative responsibilities. Then maintain house. Another responsibility is maintain house with positive behavior. Yesterday I was discussing a lot on positive behavior. Maintain your house with positive environment as well as ensure positive behavior on the part of the students. Positive behavior. As I was discussing yesterday about positive behavioral matrix, and that matrix should be followed in your house by all. Then only you can ensure positive behavior on the part of the students. Good manner, sociability, cleanliness, development, develop organization ability, leadership quality, respectfulness, all those, honesty, cooperation or cooperativeness, all those positive behaviors, desirable behaviors should be ensured. You know, to ensure positive behavior, you should also behave accordingly because you are a model, you are a space setter before the students. You should act as a model. You should behave positively and treat your students. Three things, three maxims have been developed by Immanuel Kant, the giant philosopher of German, when discussing about ethics. First maxim is treat students as an end, not as a means. Act so that your action will treat individual as an end, not as a means. Sometimes students, sometimes teachers use their students as servants. That should be avoided. Students should be treated as master, not as a servant. Everybody, every student through your behavior should be treated as master, not as a servant. This is what Immanuel Kant speaks about ethical code of conduct, ethical behavior, ethical principle. You should treat through your behavior, your students should be treated as an end, not as a means. Means end means master, means servant. Don't use your student as servant. So you should behave positively. To ensure positive behavior, you must behave positively. And act so that your action will be universally followed because you are a space setter. Act so that your action as a house teacher or house master or house mistress, you must act so that your action will be universally followed. All will follow, all students will follow your action. Before going to act, think whether this act will be followed by all in the world. If not, don't act accordingly. Get rid of those actions. Third one is act as a member in the kingdom of values. This is the maxim given by Immanuel Kant. A house master or a house mistress must act as a member in the kingdom of values. Then, then only you can ensure positive behavior from the students. You should be positive. Then only you can ensure positive behavior. Then duties. What is your duties as a house master and house mistress with regard to scholastic progress and co-scholastic progress of the students? What is your duty? First, you must look after the academic progress of children in your house. What are the academic progress of the students? You must look after. And guide students for their academic progress. Guide. You have to provide guidance, as I was discussing earlier. You should provide educational guidance, guide students for their academic progress. Then keep an eye on students who are weak in academic activities, who are weak. If necessary, then arrange remedial classes to overcome their weaknesses. That is your duty as a house master. We must ensure progress, continuous progress of weak students. Keep an eye continuously on weak students. And if needed, if required, then arrange remedial classes for those students. Ensure students attending classes and attending library regularly. You have to ensure the students of your house are regularly attending classes. Not only attending classes, but attending classes on time and also attending library regularly. You must ensure. Then you must ensure study materials, including textbooks, notebooks, pens, pencils, geometry box, available for all students in your house. You must ensure. That is your duty. Then, with regard to co-scholastic progress, you must organize different co-curricular activities and leisure time activities in your house. Frequently, at regular interval, co-curricular activities. Ensure participation of all students in different activities. All students must participate in one or other co-curricular activities or co-scholastic activities. If someone is participating in dance competition, other must be participating in debate competitions. Another is participating in sports competitions. So you must ensure that all are participating, all students are participating in co-curricular activities or leisure time activities. Then select, train, and guide students to participate in inter-house competitions. As Anil was discussing with me, telling that inter-house competitions, not only inter-house competitions, inter-house competitions should be also conducted, organized. Intra means within your house, different competition needs to be organized, as well as inter-house competitions must be organized so that your students who are in your house must participate in those competitions. Accordingly, you have to select, you have to train, and you have to guide them for their success in those competitions. That is your uh, duty. Then let us discuss some of the difficulties faced by a house master or a house mistress. First difficulty, as I have already discussed, adjustment problem on the part of the students because they, for the first time, come from diverse cultures and stay in the hostel. It is something residential. Navoda Vidyalaya is residential in nature. That's why they face adjustment problem. This is the difficulties faced by the house master or house mistress at the beginning for some days. You have to tackle those adjustment problems with the students, uh, tackle those adjustment problems with success. Sometimes parents are found non-cooperative. They don't cooperate. Some parents are there who do not cooperate with uh, housemaster with regard to solve problems or difficulties. Sometimes some parents blame house teacher with regard to the safety, security, and comfort of the students. They blame. Neither they cooperate, nor they help, nor they listen with patience regarding the facilities. On the other hand, they blame uh, teachers without knowing details. That is the difficulties. Most of the time, a house master or a house mistress face. Sometimes students become unruly and aggressive. There are some students, in spite of providing safety, security, and comfort, there are some students who become unruly and aggressive. They are involved in antisocial activities and mischievous activities like bullying, ragging, hurting others, and misbehaving with others. This is the very important difficulties that sometimes a house master or house mistress face. It must be tackled with patience, solved with patience. Remember, that is very important, how to solve that problem. Sometimes there happens security and safety lapses. Safety and security lapses are there. Immediately, it must be solved, informing a principal or other personnel who are there uh, to take care of the safety and security of the students in your house. Sometimes difference between house staff and administrator takes place. Conflicting position. Sometimes strike takes place. Strike. So that problem should be solved amicably and successfully. Then question comes, who is an effective house master or house mistress. Some characteristics, some traits, essential traits are necessary to be an effective housemaster or house mistress. Rapport, build rapport with students. First of all, we have to build rapport with students, parents, and other staff members of the house. Rapport, good relationship. Good relationship, we have to build rapport. Know the names of each and every student about their background. We must know the names. We should know the student by their names, their background, their parental status. Then only we can deal with them successfully. Very important. Know the socioeconomic status of the students, educational status of their parents, about their locality, about the family members of their child, profession of the parents, so that you can be you can deal problem effectively in order to be an effective housemaster. Then celebrate happy hours. Some happy hours should be celebrated in your house. Smooth handling of critical issues. Handling of problematic situation, difficulties smoothly. Then maintain transparency. You have to maintain transparency, organize inter-house competition so that all students can participate. These are the, then respect the individual difference. You have to, as I have already discussed, treat the individual as an end, treat students as a master, not as a servant, respect students' individual differences, conduct fruitful meeting with parents and guardians. These are the some of the activities. If a house teacher maintain or does, then he or she can be an effective housemaster or house mistress. That is all about my deliberation on uh, effective house master and house mistress, their role, their responsibilities, their duties, and the difficulties that they face. Any doubt, you can ask, we have to discuss. If you have any doubt, you can raise, we have to discuss.
Mr. Anil Kumar has raised hand.
Yes, Anil, you are allowed. Anil, Mr. Anil, raise your doubt. Anil, no doubt.
Yes, sir. As a housemaster, we have a lot of stress, more than academics.
Yes,
Sir.
tell me, tell me. Ask question.
We are responsible
Anil,
for
ask
whatever
question.
the we are responsible for whatever the unnecessary, unwanted activities done by the students.
You are facing some
And
problems
we are
on
simply
only
given the
behavior of the students in your house.
memos, whatever the actions done
Hello.
by the students.
Your voice is breaking. If you can write your question in the chat box, it will be better. We are not able to hear your question clearly.
Yes, your voice is unclear. Hello, do you listen to me? Your voice, Anil, your voice is not clear.
Okay, sir. I am
Next
typing in the chat
question.
box.
Okay.
Okay. So any other question by anybody? Yes, Mr. Bibhishan.
Yes, sir. I want to know, sir, what is tier 3 in counseling, in especially individualized intervention?
What? Again?
Sir,
Please
what
again.
is a tier 3 individualized invention in counseling? As a, same as a question for assignment also.
3 tier.
His
Yes,
question is, what is tier 3 in counseling?
yes, sir. I can tell the whole question where it is. Okay, this is the page. Yes, sir. Question. Yes, sir. This is question, sir. Think of a student in your class who has severe problem of behavior and require individualized intervention plan at tier 3. So,
You
sir,
see,
I want
3,
to know,
yes,
sir,
yes.
what is tier 3? Yes, sir.
Yesterday I was discussing about the 3 tier. Okay. Primary tier,
Yes, sir.
secondary tier, and tertiary tier intervention. Okay.
Okay, sir.
That last tier is 3 tier, very students who are behave dangerously. Students behave dangerously. Okay, there are some students, 5% students in a school behave dangerously. Their behavior is very dangerous for other students. They hurt other students, ragging, bullying, you see, misbehave, quarreling with others, beating others, hurting others. They come under tertiary. This type of indiscipline activities come under tertiary level, tertiary tier. Okay. First, first tier is primary tier. For example, they go to that they don't maintain, some students don't maintain queue while coming to the playground or prayer class. They don't maintain queue. That is simple indisciplined behavior which can be corrected with a little effort, just by making them cautious, make a queue. That is sufficient so that they can make a queue. That comes under first tier, that is primary tier. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Did you find the difference between primary and tertiary tier?
Yes, sir. I got it, sir.
Tertiary tier, tertiary, in spite of several warnings, they don't. They make disturbances. Tertiary tier. There are, as I was discussing with you by giving one research activity conducted by a student, family problem, due to family problem, there are might be some family problem, there might be some social problem, socio cultural problems which might have made them doing all those nonsense activities, or those activities like bullying, ragging, okay, mischievous activities. That is why counseling is required. Psychologists are required to solve that problem. An ordinary teacher sometimes fail, sometimes ordinary teacher fails to solve those problems. Psychologists are needed to deal with students who are behaving under tertiary tier. Okay, we have to collect data, analyze data. We have to collect data. Their parents collect data from their friends, from other students, analyze data, and provide a remedial measure to deal with those students, tier 3 problematic students. Okay, their percentage is 5%. Yesterday I was discussing.
Okay, sir. Yesterday.
Okay, yesterday I was discussing primary tier, secondary tier, and tertiary tier. Tertiary tier level 5%, 80% primary tier level. With a simple instruction, they can rectify their behavior. They can not repeat that behavior with one person. But those students under 3 tier, okay, tertiary tier, that is called tertiary tier, very difficult to deal with. That's why we have to take the help of counselor or psychologist. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. I became clear, sir.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Their
thanks.
percentage is only 5% in a school. Only 5% students.
Yes, sir.
Any other question?
No, sir. I am clear, sir.
Yes, yes. Any misunderstanding about any problem that I faced to discuss or deliver my talk before you? Any misconception? You can ask question.
So any other question which is there can be posed tomorrow, because it is already time.
Okay, okay.
It is
Okay.
five
Thank you.
minutes past 6, so we should wind up.
Okay,
And
okay.
tomorrow, if there are
Okay.
any questions, that will be discussed tomorrow.
Goodbye. Goodbye now.
Thank
Let
you.
us
Thank you very much.
this
Thank you very
session.
much. Thank you very much, students. So please tell your friends to join in large numbers, because we are organizing these counseling sessions for you only, isn't it? We are not organizing these counseling sessions for recording, isn't it? We want good participation from all the students of CPDT. It is a in-house program, and all are sponsored candidates by the Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti. So thank you very much once again. Tomorrow we are meeting exactly at 3 p.m. Sorry, 4
Thank
p.m.
you. Thank you very much. Bye.